What is up, Gooners? Welcome to the Smiling Friends episode ranking. Now, with season 2 coming to a wrap, I thought this would be a good time to do a ranking of every single episode, of what episodes I found the funniest or more entertaining, and ranking them in order from that. And this list was kind of hard to make. Even though there's only 2 seasons with 9 to 8 episodes each, I still found it really hard because I don't think there's a single bad episode. Like, maybe there's a few episodes I enjoy less over the rest of them, but I think every episode is really good in its own right, and it was just super hard to rank them all. So with that being said, this is just my opinion of what I think is the most entertaining episodes and what is maybe the least entertaining episodes. But for the vast majority of this list, almost every single episode is really good. There are 17 episodes to rank, and in our very last spot, we have Mr. President. Now, this is the only episode I hated. I did not like this one at all. The episode follows Pim and Charlie having to help the president after he keeps making a bunch of mistakes, and I did not like the character of the president.
Hello, America. I'm going to be the money president. Each and every one of you get $1 billion each, so you can all be rich.
Whoa, 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 what are you doing? You can't do that. You'll crash the economy.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Everybody's going to have to give back all that money to the government. By the way, sorry about those loud noises. That was just from my diaper. I don't want to have another accident from a bad lamp. All better.
Dude, check the news. It doesn't matter what channel.
He was just gross to look at. I didn't like this one at all. There was a few funny jokes of Mr. Frog.
Bronx, America.
Hello, I'm Mr. Frog and I approve this message. No, I don't. I hate you. Fuck you.
Along with some other stuff here and there, but to be honest, this episode just wasn't that good. I really didn't like it. It was not very fun to sit through, and for that reason, it's going in the last spot of number 17. In the number 16 spot, we have the Smiling Friends Go to Brazil, and this is the only episode of season 1 that released after all the other episodes, so I was super hyped for this to come out as a kind of bonus episode of the season, just for it to be not very good at all. The entire episode is hyped up to have the Smiling Friends do a bunch of wacky shenanigans in Brazil, but just for it to turn out that the whole episode is them in the airport not being able to find a hotel. And I get the bit of them hyping it up like they're doing a bunch of crazy stuff just for nothing to happen, but I just feel like I get the joke, but still it's kind of the whole episode is just them talking, and there's a few funny bits. Don't get me wrong, but it's still just not as good as the other ones. It's kind of just sitting in the same spot talking for the entire episode. But, you know, I still kind of like the episode, to be honest. So, for that reason, it's going to number 16.
Shoot. Let me see.
If you can't think of anything,
Yeah,
you've already...
You chose the worst time to go. You chose the worst time to go.
We know.
The number 15 spot, we have Pim Finally Turns Green, the season finale of the second season. Just to be clear, the last 2 episodes I didn't like, but everything on forward is episodes I really did like, and it's kind of hard to rank each episode because they're all super good. So the episode follows Pim and Charlie bringing a snowman to life, and after Pim tells the snowman about death, he just keeps screaming, so they bring in Bill Nye to help him, and then Bill Nye just dies. I don't know, they bring in Bill Nye for like 20 seconds and he dies. After that, they try to get rid of him, only to then later just keep him in his freezer, where he's stuck there for like 6 months. And then they take him to the beach, where he dies and then becomes a wave. I think the episode's alright. It's nothing really crazy. The snowman can get kind of annoying, just him constantly screaming, but I think there's some funny jokes in there. There's not a whole lot to talk about. It's the season finale, so I thought it'd be kind of better, to be honest, but I still like the episode. And for that, it's going number 15 spot.
Wow, I love my friends, and I love my God, and I love my country, and God bless America, I guess. What else can you say?
In the number 14 spot, we have Who Violently Murdered Simon S. Salty. The episode follows Charlie and Pim having to solve the case of who murdered Simon S. Salty. They're stuck in a fast food restaurant the entire night and have to interview all the wacky mascots to find out who murdered him, just to find out that they all killed him after he had a heart attack. So technically, no one killed him. And it's a fun episode. There's funny jokes. I'm probably gonna set it for every single episode. I'll probably put the clips of what I found was funny, but it's a good episode. I like the century egg a bit.
Oh, no, not that one. No, other drawer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
but I just think there's just a lot of better episodes, and this one kind of felt like shorter. It just went by super quick, and overall, it's a good episode. In the number 13 spot, we have An Alan Adventure. Now, this episode just follows Alan trying to get a box of paper clips, and he goes through a bunch of wacky shenanigans chasing different people to get the box of paper clips, only to find out that it was a big ruse, and his landlord the entire time had the paper clips. And I love the bit of the landlord wanting Alan to play the PS2 with him. I think it's super funny.
Okay, what is it?
I was just wondering if you wanted to hang out with me and smoke weed and fill our bellies with diet soda and play Burnout Revenge for the PS2.
Only for him to have a bomb vest and then kill himself. So I actually like this episode a lot. I think it was pretty good. The ending's probably my favorite of probably almost all the episodes. I really liked it. There's not a whole lot to talk about. I kind of liked how they focused on Alan. They don't really do that in a lot of episodes, but I kind of like the Alan-themed adventure. It was kind of fun, and I'm hoping to see Alan in more future episodes.
That's a little version of me, Alan. I want you to have it.
I don't really want this.
I mean, I'll take it if you don't want it, Alan. You don't want that.
I mean, yeah,
Can I-
sure, here,
thanks, man.
take it.
Put it right there.
If that's all right with you, Mr. Boss, if Charlie has it instead.
I mean, you already gave it to him, but it's your gift, man. Do whatever you want with it. You want to... Yeah.
In the number 12 spot, we have Mr. Frog. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be upset that I put this super low, but it's kind of hard because every episode is so good. And I actually did like this episode a whole lot. I like the whole Mr. Frog bit of him just being out of his mind, doing just wacky stuff. And I thought it was kind of funny, but I thought it was still a good episode. I liked Mr. Frog episode. And for being the second episode of the entire series, I thought it was actually pretty good. But there's not a whole lot to talk about, and just for that, it's going in number 12. In the number 11 spot, we have Brother's Egg. And at first, I did not like this episode at all. I just thought it was super boring. I didn't really like the characters. I thought it was kind of just annoying. But, after I kind of look back at it, probably some of my favorite jokes in the entire series.
You two now have the privilege of helping the one, the only, Jared Fogle! The subway guy!
The Jared Fogle bit and them speaking Spanish are probably some of my favorite jokes in the entire series, and even though I didn't really like the plot that much, it still had a lot of funny jokes, and it was pretty good, and it's going number 11.
Pim, hablemos así para que él no pueda entendernos.
Bien pensado, Charlie Latino.
El problema de este tipo obviamente es con su hermano, no el crear un homúnculo de un huevo.
Eso digo. ¿Qué tal si trato de convencer a su hermano de no sacar al profesor psicótico?
Perfecto, y yo trataré de hacer que olvide el asunto del huevo.
Eso, convenido.
I can understand you. I took Spanish in school.
At the number 10 spot, we have the Gwimbly episode. And at first, I also didn't really like this episode a lot. It was super overhyped and shown everywhere since this was the first episode of Season 2. So this was advertised heavily, and I kind of didn't really like the character of Gwimbly that much. It's just kind of annoying. I do love how he has the old PS2 voice where whenever he yells, he peeks the mic. I think that bit is just kind of funny.
I swear to God, if I had my Gwimbly gun on me right now!
And other than that, I think the plot was just alright, and for that I'm going to put it in the 10th spot. In the number 9 spot, we have the Frowning Friends episode. And at first, I didn't like this episode too much, but it kind of grew on me. I really love the Renaissance Men bit. Also, every episode that features the boss heavily is such a good episode. I think the boss is probably one of the best characters in the entire show. And every time he's on screen, he kind of steals the spotlight. He just is such a good character.
And we just wanted...
Frowning Friends?
Yeah.
And for that, that's going in the number 9 spot. And now it's getting even harder to rank these because they're just all super, super good. In number 8, we have Charlie, Pim, and Bill versus the alien. And the episode starts with Charlie and Pim going to a UFO group, only for them to get bored and then get abducted by an alien. They then have to party with a bunch of aliens and then prove that they're cool to them, only just for it to go awry. I love the bit of that the aliens are just a bunch of immature losers and they try to trick them into blowing up a planet full of people. I really like this episode. I love the concept that the aliens are losers and they just mess with Pim and Charlie. And at the end with the flat earth, I just thought this was full of good jokes and I really liked it, to be honest.
And there's no such thing as a Zeep torture device. That's like Black Mirror shit, dude. This is an LED I got off of Alibaba.
Alibaba.
In number 7, we have Charlie Dies and Doesn't Come Back. Now, this is the Christmas episode of the first season, and it follows the smiling friends getting a Christmas tree, only for Charlie to die and then go to hell. and then he has to go make Satan smile by doing a bunch of wacky things. And I love in this episode that Charlie and Satan are both playing Rust. I just think it's a funny bit of that the devil was quite literally just playing Rust in his free time. And also I love the fact that God is voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. I think that's also just a really funny, wacky bit. And overall, this episode is really entertaining. I thought it was kind of funny, and for that, it's going in number 7. In number 6, we have Shrimp's Odyssey. Now, this is another one of those episodes where I liked it at first, but I didn't really love it. But after rewatching it for this episode, I actually liked it a lot. I forgot how funny it was with a bunch of different bits, and this is such a good episode. I didn't like the main plot of it too much at first, but then it kind of grew on me, and I kind of loved all the wacky stuff they say in between, and it's just a good episode.
You're energetic today, Mr. Boss.
Yep. Probably because I ate up some of them worms earlier.
In the number 5th spot, we have Desmond's Big Day Out. Now, this was hard to rank because this is such a good episode, and it could arguably be in the top 3 of this ranking. It's a really good episode. Now, this is the first episode, and it follows Pim and Charlie having to make Desmond happy, who is suicidal. I don't know how to explain it, but the first episode, Desmond's Big Day Out, is probably the most Smiling Friends episode of Smiling Friends. Like, if someone asks you what the show is about, you just show them that episode, and I feel like it perfectly encapsulates the entire show. Once again, a bunch of funny moments in it, and I really love the episode. It could be argued be way higher, to be honest. And for that, that's going in number 5. In number 4 spot, we have A Silly Halloween Special. Now, the entire episode follows Pim going into the forest to collect sticks for the Halloween party, only to get lost and then chased by a forest demon. Some people don't really like this episode. I thought it's pretty good. It can be boring to some people because the entire episode follows Pim running around the forest from this forest demon. But the main reason I love this episode so much is because of the end joke.
Whoa! Is that blackface, dude?
No. This isn't blackface. I'm an actual demon.
Bro, please tell me that's not blackface.
Not cool, man.
No. You don't understand. I'm literally a forest demon from across the bridge. This isn't a costume.
Get the out, man!
But in the number 3 spot, we have Enchanted Forest. Now, this might be my favorite episode, but it's kind of debatable because I know a lot of people hate this episode. This one follows Pim and Charlie having to go to the Enchanted Forest to make the princess smile, and they get stopped along the way by a witch and have to team up with this wacky character named Mip. Now, the entire episode follows Charlie doing a bunch of side quests and Pim getting mad at him, only for then Mip to die, and then they give the box that Mip had to the princess, only for it to be a pipe bomb. And for that, it's going number 3, and I could probably move it higher or lower, to be honest.
You kissed your dad in the mouth?
In the number 2 spot, we have the Boss Finds Love. And this was also such a very good episode. The episode starts with the boss getting married to a demon from hell, only then for the demon to control him and then take over the business as selling flowers. And it's up to the Smiling Friends to save the boss from the evil demon. I love how they featured Doug Walker as the nostalgia critic in this episode, being some sort of vampire hunter. I totally love that cameo in this, and I do love the ending of the episode.
Last thing I remember, she was sucking the soul right out of my asshole.
Out of your asshole?
There's not a whole lot to say about this episode, other than I just think it's super entertaining, it's really funny. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. It's probably one of the most entertaining episodes of the series. And for the number 1 spot, we have the magical Red Jewel, aka Tyler Gets Fired.
Tyler, you're fired.
Huh? What? You fired Tyler, you fired me too.
The episode starts with Tyler getting fired, which is such a heartbreaking moment in the entire series. It only made me cry like a few times. The boss tells the Smiling Friends that he needs to go to Spamtopia to get a red jewel, and Pim speaks Spanish so he can be his translator as they go there. I really like this episode a lot. It's my favorite episode probably, and a lot of the episodes can be moved around because there's just so many good episodes of the series. And I know this whole video is just me glazing the Smiling Friends for like however long this video is straight, but to be honest, there's just so many good episodes, and the top 7 could probably just be moved around in any order and it'd still be fine by me because there's so many like perfect episodes of this series. And with that being said, that has been my ranking. Let me know in the comments what your guys' favorite episode of Smiling Friends is, or what your ranking is. I just think the show is super good, and I'm really excited for season 3. I came to see what they do next with the show, and I'm just excited for all of it. So thank you guys for watching the video till the end. If you haven't already, please subscribe and like the video. Also, I have a Discord, so maybe join that or something. But anyways, thank you guys for watching to the end. Hopefully see you next video. Thank you.
You kissed your dad on the mouth?